So I'll probably be hanging out with him for like New Year's or something if he'll have me. What about buying a membership and playing old RS? Oh man, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? That'd be cool. Just going, hi guys. Free stuff, ples. Oh, you see that so much. It was like this in chat. Hold on, you're gonna see this before I type it. So, free stuff, ples. See that all the time. Free stuff, ples. Looking for girlfriend. 10 GP. What else? Oh yeah. Trim. Those are free armor trims. The free armor trimming that got people so many times, isn't it? Oh man, or you remember that what is it? That what's it called? That Zamorak wine. You remember that Zamorak wine that you get in that one like cathedral place? And it was like, yeah, man, you drink this, you get mad XP or mad money and stuff, and you do it, and you can like set up people to get like mad, like beaten up by the dudes there, or you could like just sell it for mad money to like people with more money than sense. It's like because they just see the word Zamorak and they think it's like the Zamorak rune with that red trim around it. Selling my account for 500k gold. Yeah, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Runescape people were mean. I remember when I first got dragged into the Wildy, man. That scared me. I remember when I first got hit on online. That was on RuneScape. At least I think I got hit on. I still don't know. I was just scared and confused, and I felt violated, man. And I was like, no, but I'm a little boy. You know, I was fucked up. I didn't scam people or beat people. I was afraid. I was the BD, you know? I wasn't the beater, I was the BD. You know, cause I got my mad mining on the go, right? So I was there rocking my rune pick, and I was like, right, I wanna get me some rune ore. Where's rune ore? Right at the fucking top of the map, at the biggest, you know, the highest wilderness level, meaning that, you know, at this level anyone can fight anyone regardless of level differences, right? And the only people who are going there are people with the mad gear and shit, and they're going in teams. So I'd be there with my rune pick, you know, running around and getting the rune, and it takes forever for rune to respawn. So what you do is you'd world swap. So bang, bang, you get the rune if you were lucky. Swap the world, see if there's rune there. If there is, bang, bang, you get it. Swap the world, see if there's rune there. But then sometimes you'd swap the world, and there'd be a person there, and you were like, oh no. Oh no, indeed. And this was before they gave you the ability to, you know, home teleport without runes and stuff. When they gave you that free kind of like Hearthstone like they do in WoW. This was before they gave you that. You needed like runes and shit if you wanted to spawn out of there. And I was like, I don't want runes to take up space that I could use for rune, you know. So I got my ass wrecked so many times trying to get me some of that rune. Or what they do is they just stand there and they wait and they just look at you. And they just keep looking at you. And you're just there, just pop up, pop up. And sometimes you'd get away with it and you'd leave. though sometimes you'd be unlucky, and this would be the last 2 rune ore you need. I think it came in nodes of 2. There was 2 rune ores. Anyway, you get the last 2. Bop 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 bop. You got a full inventory, 28 pieces of rune ore, right? There's this dude looking at you, and you're thinking, what should I do? You can't home teleport. I wasn't there yet. And so you just say, oh, I don't know what to do. There's no point in world hopping. It didn't occur to me that I could just world hop to a world where there wasn't someone staring at me and leave. So I was just like, if I could just run, if I just run right now, I might make it. So I just start walking away. And I say, you know, I go, hi, hey, colon, bracket, happy face, you know, I'm being pleasant, being civil. And he's just looking at you, don't say shit. Just sometimes he inches a bit closer to you, just stares at you. And you're like, right, so you just put on the run, you know, you hit 100%. And you're like, right, I'm gonna run till I'm at fucking 0. Bang! And you start going, click, 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 click. Before you know it, you see the white dot on your radar, and he's following you, man. And because he isn't carrying 28 pieces of rune ore, he's catching up. And bang, bang, bang! He'll know spells and shit. He'll bind your ass to the floor so you can't run away. Boom, boom, boom. You just get wrecked. And then all you could do was have time to do this. That's all you had time for. And then he'd just go. It'll confuse you, but once the lag kicks in, you'll see. That's all you had time for, man. You couldn't even write the word why. It was just why. Question marks. And you'd just be standing over your dead body, because you know when you die you still got a few seconds of, like, you know, you're there still and you're crouching, going all fetal and shit. You just go, why? And they go, dun 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 dun. And then he's just over your body dancing, going, haha, faggot. That's it. That is it. Oh man. So yeah. And then you'd only keep the 3 most, like, valuable stuff in your inventory. So you'd have your rune pick, and you'd have, like, 2 rune ore. Yeah, or just Y. And then you'd be mad, butthurt for ages, just saying, me, I spent 1 hour trying to get that 28 rune ore. You know, you just faggot. Just that dude. Heh, faggot. I don't know what he was gonna do with it, because no doubt he had lobsters for health. Because the PvP or swordies, if he was, you know, if he could deal with having to fucking, you know, fish through the tuna and the swordies when he was harpooning them. I can't be bothered to do that, so I just kept going for lobbies instead. So yeah, get the lobsters, and then you have some, you know, teleporting runes. Shit gets a bit ugly. So how he didn't have enough? He didn't have enough for 28 rune. Did that stop him from wrecking me and, you know, just depriving me of it all? No. It was mental, man. Welcome to Runescape. Right, guys, I just gotta go check on my food. I'll be right back. Oh, Runescape. Alright, I'm back. For now. Oh, man. Yeah, RuneScape that was kind of it. It was like an initiation thing though, wasn't it? You know, with the whole getting scammed, witnessing a scam. If you just wanted some drama, man, just head to like World 1, because World 1 back in the day was like Trade Town, right? So, you just head to World 1, go to Varrock, right? And then you'd go to the bank, west side of Varrock, because it's going towards Barbarian Village. Fuck, I can't believe I still remember all that stuff. Anyway, go to Varrock. Well, you can't anymore. Well, I don't know, actually. Would it still be the same as 07scape? Still as popular as old RS was? Anyway, you'd head there, and you just would be looking at all this stuff. So much chatter. They'd be like, everyone. There is not a single square on the game that isn't filled with someone selling something. Selling full rune. Selling 1k U's. Selling anything and everything under the sun, right? And every now and then, you'd get this one dude, or 10 dudes for that matter, and he goes, selling rune dragon, right? As if people with dragon would fall for this, and sadly enough, people did. Trimming dragon, 200k, you know, right? So this was a scam in RuneScape, right? Where in RuneScape there was certain different trims of armor. So you'd have the regular skin of the armor, right? And then you'd have trims, which is basically just literally just a different color around the outside edges of the armor. With black armor, you had to be level 10 to wear black armor. You could get gold trim. With rune armor, where you had to have like defense 40, I think. You could get Zamorak, which was red, and they were named after the gods. There was a green one. I forget what the green god was, and then there was a blue god as well. And there was also, I think there was also a white trim that didn't represent a god or something like that. Or the blue trim just wasn't a god. I forget. Anyway, those are the only trims you could get. And there was no, at least early on, you know, and there was no way a player could trim them. They Guthix! Guthix was green, wasn't it? Yeah, I loved Guthix. Yeah. And Sarah, oh yeah, this dude knows his stuff. Alright, yeah, he does. Alright, yeah, you can get bronze trim, yeah. Oh god. Anyway, yeah, there's no way a player could trim armor. These were things that spawned as they were. You could not create these things. Okay? Some people try and bullshit you. They'd say, nah, man, you just need to have 99 crafting. You just need to have 99 blacksmithing. It's all good, you know? And they'd say it. And they go, anyway, I'm cutting you a real good deal. Normally, they ask for $500,000 for dragon armor. But, recently, I know times are hard, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to do it for 200k. So what they do is, they take off their armor. To do this, they say, okay, I'm going to need the money, and I'm going to need your armor piece that you want trimming, okay? What kind of trim would you like? And they give you some bullshit to try and flesh out their thing. And they'd say, you know, do you want to have this color trim, would you like to have spikes on it? That was always one to convince the 15-year-olds, well, spikes on my armor? Hell yeah! You know? Yeah, that was a good way to get them. Because I always saw it. And what I just once played this one dude, just kind of see how far he'd go. Anyway, you'd see it in the chat because it was all open chat and stuff. Anyway, yeah, you get to you pick your trim on what piece of armor you want. Now to do this, okay, so you want this trim on this armor piece for this much money. So all I'm gonna need is your armor piece and the money. They give them the armor piece. They give them the money, and then they just go, okay, I'll be right back. I need to go to a special anvil in order to make this, right? And it'll be like, and then they'll say, oh, okay, I'll come with you. And then you'd purposely do this in a world where it's a free-to-play world, or something like that. You know, if it was if you were doing Dragon, you couldn't do it in a free-to-play world. You just scam them there and then, you know. But to just kind of further it, if it was Rune, for example, they go, oh, okay, well, I need to go to a members world because there's this area here where, or you just say it was like in a really hard to reach area. You say, okay, I gotta go there, I'll be right back. It can take up to about half an hour if I use runes, okay, so I'll be right back. And they go, okay, you just log off. You just log off, that's it. You ain't coming back. They ain't getting their money. They ain't getting their runes. They ain't getting their trim. They ain't getting their spikes. And of course, that's basically how it would go, give or take a few different details. But mainly it was, you know, I'll trim your armor for a price. They go, okay. They give you the armor. They give you the money. You log off with, you know, full dragon in 2 mil. Or something like that. Just like, what? So yeah, I've never been scammed with trimming. I've never been scammed in general because I had friends who played it a lot and they always told me about the stuff. And as I got, you know, more accustomed to the game, I witnessed it myself. I was like, okay. I haven't been massively scammed like that, no. No, I haven't scammed anyone either. I'd just be met with crushing guilt if I did, man. It's like, nah. I haven't scammed, nor have I been scammed. I've just witnessed it a lot. I think it's because I'm on the sidelines of it all. I can look at it from a distance and just go, ha 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 ha, you know? But I can imagine if you were working your ass off to get that full dragon, to get that obby whip, to get that obby cape, and you just have you have someone scamming at you, man, you'd be upset. But at the end of the day, I kind of appreciated that in the game because it kind of gave this sense of realism, you know? Not everyone's your friend. Not everyone is there to make you be like, yay, happy times. That was kind of like the excitement about RuneScape, is that you just didn't know who to trust. Like, you'd be meeting up, you'd be like, man, do you want to go? I want to go adventuring in, you know, in the Wildy. The Wildy was called it was just a slang word for wilderness, and it was where PvP was active, you know? Yeah, it was where things were most dangerous and most valuable. Biggest risk, biggest rewards, that kind of thing. But you didn't know when you were messing with that dude if he was gonna be your friend, or if he was just taking you to his friends that were already waiting up further ahead and they were just gonna take turns with you and shit and split the loot. Man. Oh, bud. I remember. Now, I got some horrible stories of the wilderness, man. Horrible stories. Because I wasn't a PK, see, because I didn't make builds. I wasn't aware of pures back then, you know. I wasn't like, no, I'm a strength pure, you know. I didn't do any of that. I just leveled shit, you know. Just like, yay, I'm level 70 in attack, strength, and defense. Cool, you know. There was no puring going on. There was no min maxing or any of that business. So I never did PKing. I was always PK'd, you know. Like, I was the deer, you know? Every time in RuneScape, every time I played it, I'd go in the wilderness, I'd always go at the edges and shit, because everyone was fighting in the distance, and I'd just go off on the edges trying to avoid sights and stuff, and I was trying to make, my eyes were always on my radar, because you'd have this, circular radar, and you'd be able to see players, which came up as white dots, appear, they come out of the corner, and I swear, man, every time you saw a white dot, poof, your heart would just go, just go, what's gonna happen here? Oh no. Yeah, the the Wildy was mean. But that's what I loved about it. The Wildy was the Wildy was mean, and it gave that real, like, it was a gamble basically. It was a gamble. That's what RuneScape was at the end of the day. You could play it safe, or you could gamble. And that was the gambling was where the biggest stories came from. The biggest gains and the biggest losses was from the gambling side of RuneScape in the wilderness. Yeah. But yeah, I'd probably get back into RuneScape now. Probably, I don't know. What I liked about RuneScape was it was a kind of game that you could play solo or enjoy with friends, you know? Because of all the leveling and everything, you know, you always had objectives, quests, you always had objectives and things to do. But if you were with friends, you could be like, oh yeah, let's go do Castle Wars, I think it was called, or let's go do this quest that's really fucking hard, or let's go do some PKing. You know, there was things to do. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm talking the old. Are you talking about the new RuneScape or the old one? Like the new one or the old one? Because the only experience I have with RuneScape is the old one. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? You kind of feel like you'd have no one to play with, which really sucks. But yeah. Yeah, I might check it out sometime. Who knows? It's pretty fun. Alright guys, I'll be right back.